saying, like, you know, it freaked me out.
Just rambling.
It's a little bit better. They was talking so low.
Hefe?
That's Boss Man?
Yeah. I know that one.
Holy shit. Jamie Arnett's in the building. Baby.
You have to do the intro this week.
Am I doing it this
You
time?
have to do it this week.
Guys, welcome to this week's episode of The Terrible Table. I am joined by my good friend Johnny Gates, and I brought along a little guest with me. My good friend that I met a couple months ago, and I don't really know much about him, Jamie Arnett, everybody.
Not that little. Pretty average height, pretty standard size.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're an average guy.
I think Jamie might be the most handsome guy in Shreveport comedy.
I can respect it.
That's not a hard feat to accomplish.
Damn.
I'm going to go ahead and call it like
Who's
it
he
is.
competing with? Let's be honest. Garrett?
Me.
Garrett?
Me. I'm a
You
good
got.
looking guy.
I don't know. I
don't do comedy, though.
I think Jamie's beating you in the hairline for sure.
Definitely.
He might have the best hair in comedy.
He's got a great beard, too. I like that beard.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
His wife's his second beard. Let's go.
Oh, because he's... anyway.
There we go. How we doing, boys?
So far, so good. How about yourself?
Did you just call me gay?
He did.
No, Johnny did.
No, he did.
Lonnie did.
I've got it on video. He
Lonnie
did.
Plates.
Ronnie, gosh damn it.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, Lonnie.
Anyways,
Donnie.
Bonnie, I like what you did with the place.
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
I worked hard on it.
Hell
So,
yeah.
It's been a work in progress. You should have seen it when I first got in here.
Well, you did invite me. I'm still butthurt about it.
Well, it was a while back, and I was a different person back then. I was a little more selfish.
You've changed.
Kind of kept to myself. I feel like I've grown since then. So
yeah, your wife
I
says
do-
the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Not in the part where it counts though. It's actually gotten smaller.
Has it? With
Well,
age, I feel like my wiener's just getting heavier and heavier, but it's not growing more. It's just thinning out.
I think what's happening is like my balls are getting further down.
Dude,
where
I
it's like
sat on my balls.
It's pulling it in or something.
Oh, your balls are taking the dick
It's
out.
like pull. Yeah, it's like trying to lever it the other way or
It's like
something.
a gradual separation. Like we're getting a divorce, but we're not there yet.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah, we sleep in separate rooms.
I've sat on my balls multiple times this year, and I'm like, oh, this is what being a grown-up is. It's not paying bills and paying a mortgage. It's sitting on your testicles.
No, that's not. It's paying bills and being on time. It's not sitting on your balls.
Maybe I mean adult.
Maybe you should try a different style underwear.
I can't, dude. Are you a whitey tighty?
Maybe you should just stand. Maybe that's maybe
Just
maybe
everywhere
it's
I
a
go.
standard. Yeah.
He's not wrong. Do you sit when you pee?
Sometimes.
Only at night?
Dude, hey.
At night, I'll be
Standing to
sitting.
piss is a young man's game. I've always said it.
I just do it until I hear water and I stop moving. And then when
I'll
I'm
get
done
that in the
pissing,
morning, babe.
It could be a trash can, could be a sink, could be a cup of water.
Dude,
I don't know.
check this. I was over at Nick's house in his litter box right next to the toilet, and I'm drunk as shit. Who would have guessed? And I'm peeing, and all of a sudden I'm like, that's not water. And I turned, and I just looked, and I peed. It was one of those more like you pull out your dick and you don't know where you're going with it.
Right.
But you're just going because you got to go. And luckily enough, I pissed all in the litter box. And I came out and was like, do I need to change the litter box? He goes, for what? And I was like, I pissed all in. And he's
It'll
like,
clump.
nah, it's all good, man.
It's clumping litter.
That cat's drinking a lot of water these days. It's weird.
Why does this smell like
abnormal.
Michelob?
Bladder infection. All right. So where'd you come from? You
Actually from Pineville, Louisiana.
Pineville?
And if you know where that is, I'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. Ball.
Ball, Louisiana?
While we're talking about testicles. Ball, Louisiana.
Like Lucille.
Yeah.
Is that a singer?
Where's he at?
He's outside in the yard, doggy.
Man, I filled this whole dog kennel up with stuff because none of the dogs. Pete doesn't use it anymore. I keep forgetting. I had 2 dogs. I had to murder one of them.
He did not murder
at a
him.
vet's office.
Oh, it happens.
I will say that it was after the Kill Tony show, right?
After the Kill Gumbo show, yeah. Too soon? Too soon.
Your dog's name was Gumbo?
Gumbo, yeah.
I got a dog named Rue. What's up?
Nice.
I live on
Well,
Gumbo.
he doesn't have a dog named Gumbo anymore. How's your dad doing?
Past tense.
Again.
Hey, Pops, what you doing up there, Bubba?
My dad's in the Coke bottle.
In a Coke bottle. My mom's still in the box.
The rest of him is in the box. We have a Christmas hat on him right now.
Nice. Nice.
We do a birthday.
What,
hat
no dead
around his
parents?
birthday.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, my parents are
What a
thriving.
Dude, kill your parents already.
Dude, the show tonight, Jamie went up, and I was so excited for all these people to see him. We had a good show.
It's like, put your boner away. It's scaring people.
We had a really good show. There was like, 40, 50 people in there?
I stopped counting after like 10.
Good enough for me.
It was at least 10.
That's at least 70. as far as I'm concerned. And dude, the crowd was just, they were so chill, which is nice on a bar, but it's not nice for a comedy show. You want an excited crowd. And it took Evan, Jamie, Evan, and then the next guy, D-Rock. How funny was that motherfucker?
He killed it. He killed it.
I was so excited to talk to him after the show. I was like, bro, you got to come back. And he's like, I'm in all the time. Let's get to Jamie, man. I don't have nothing to say. I'm just here, baby.
That guy's a waste of time.
I love the Bobby Boucher shirt.
I appreciate it. It's a jersey, but we'll rock with it.
You know what's even better about that?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Hang on, let me pull up the picture so it'll
Dude,
be funny.
Show me the boobies
You'll
and I
never
like
guess.
them too.
You will never guess what happened tonight.
Oh, real? I've got one inside.
Classic.
2 people were wearing the same fucking jersey. So
Classic.
I wonder, is there like are the
Fake?
mud
Yes.
hens and the mud hounds? What are they called? The mud hounds.
Mudhounds.
Mudhounds in the
yeah, yeah.
playoffs.
Mud dogs.
Mud dogs.
Mud
Mud
dogs.
dogs.
Remember when Bobby Boucher came? Remember when Bobby Boucher came back at halftime? The Mud Dogs won in the Bourbon Bowl. Do you?
I don't recall that.
Oh, it happened. It happened.
I don't have ESPN Plus
It's
anymore.
That's it. That's the Ocho, baby.
the Ocho.
Oh yeah.
It's. What was I about to say? It was really cool, but
Probably
I forgot.
something about you. I bet you.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You tell me something about you
I
that
want
you
to talk
think
about Jamie,
I
baby.
need to know. All
Let's
right.
talk about Jamie. It's your
So
turn.
I heard you're a teacher. Is this correct?
I am a teacher.
Do you mind me asking what you teach?
Teach PE.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
What
play
grade?
with kids all day.
That's a
Call it like
Don't
you.
be dirty.
Call it like you want. I mean,
that's
it's
a 2-year education.
I'm
That's
just
all you need
curious.
for that.
yeah.
What grade?
Kindergarten through 8th.
Mm.
I don't. Hey.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut that. Jamie has a real job.
I know. No, I heard somebody say
No, I
the
love
other day
kids.
that's how you get out of anything is whenever you you ask you want to come to my kids' volleyball game? How old are they? They're 7 and 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll be there. And they're like, nah, never mind.
Someone starts showing you famous.
Game got canceled right off the rip. I'm sorry. I don't know
didn't
what
even-
happened.
Sorry, they don't allow you there.
Rain delay.
It's
I thought
raining.
It was
It's
inside.
raining inside. Yeah.
How long have you been a teacher, man?
This will be my sixth year.
Damn.
Yeah, feels a lot longer. They say the hardest part about teaching is the first 30 years. So it's looking up.
Let me ask you this then. Why do they put field day on the hottest day of the year? And how do teachers
I
manipulate
can't
it?
wait to answer this.
How do teachers manipulate it where it rains the night before every time?
Yeah.
How do y'all do
So
that?
kids won't come.
Is that why?
Every kid
It's
is
always the worst
there.
kids will always be there. I almost said it again. Worst kids will always be there.
Man, that sucks because my kid and I are at every field day. I haven't missed one yet. I got 3 kids.
Dude, my daughter's first field day, she literally did one race and she started crying. I was like, what's wrong? She's like, I hate it here. And I was like, yeah, I hate this shit too. You want to go home? She's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, let's get out of here.
My daughter busted her ass and was soaking wet all the way up her left side.
Keep talking.
And she was like, I don't want to do anything
Yeah,
else.
I don't
and I
wanna
was
do-
like, tough shit.
Yeah,
You got
you're
a-
here.
You got a team.
I took off work
I
for
need
this
some-
shit.
I need
You gotta
some
be-
ribbons, bitch.
Yeah, I usually try to pull the dodgeball area or just something where I can just take out some aggression on some kids and it looks natural.
Do you see the questions I wrote down?
Where they at?
They're great. Oh, where'd it go?
It's game of the week
Oh,
back there,
I
baby.
clicked-
You're watching KTBS.
I leave it on my third monitor. I do that just for the news.
I'm a big fan of Bob Ross. If you can put any Bob Ross paintings
Hey
up
man,
there.
we're not a tiki anymore. We're not
Dude,
doing that.
That captures my attention the entire time.
Dude, you know what's funny? One day someone pulled me aside and were like, hey, can we get Bob Ross off the TV? And I just looked at them and I go, why? And they were like, who wants to watch Bob Ross? And I was like, you can fucking leave.
Man, that's
Okay.
a happy little barn.
I
back
almost thought that was me because I thought about that. Like, hey, we got to get this off. I can't pay attention to anybody up there.
You know what's great? We've had so many people from out of town. They're like, hey, can we turn off these TVs? And I'm like, nah, play it. And they're like, well, they're not going to be. I was like, I promise they're not here to watch fucking Bob Ross and Sci-Fi Network. Like, that's not why
I'm
anyone's
going to
here
be honest, I'm
tonight.
there for Bob Ross.
Dude, every time I go to the casino, I'm not a gambling guy. And it's because I'm addicted to a lot of other things. Like being a great stand-up comedian. Come see me December 14th at the theater.
I thought you were going to say being a father, but go ahead.
I'm not good at that, but I do my best. Johnny knows the game. You do too. How many kids you got? 2? 3? About to be 3.
One in like 3/4.
1 3/4.
Yeah.
Due soon.
Due soon.
Man, my boy's got a DD for a couple more months.
We're about to find out if the sequel is better than the original.
You got a boy or a girl?
2 boys. About to have a second boy.
Damn, dude, your bathroom's going to smell like piss. Johnny knows. He's got 2 boys.
I bought a steamer just for it.
I got a litter box. We're cool.
Nice.
Put it right by the toilet.
Man. 2 kids, 2 boys. Man, I got 3 boy, girl, boy, and boys are so easy.
Are they?
Oh yeah, they just fight and jump off of stuff and want to wrestle and.
But today, literally, we're out in the yard. I'm in the driveway, as I do. You know my routine. And we're sitting there, and I look over, and Sonny is about 3 feet in the air, jumping on Tootie's belly, dude. And she's like, she hit me. And I'm like, yeah, you got to hit her back. She's like, I won't hit her back. My oldest is so sweet, but my youngest is a fucking asshole, dude. And she just beats the shit out of her older sister.
It's a fun dynamic.
It's horrible.
I've had to say things like, please stop standing on your brother's face.
Yes. Yeah. It's 100% that. And like, she'll punch me. She's like, I'm going to punch you in the nose. And I'm like, please don't. Because I got one of those weird Irish white boy noses that if you like flick it hard enough, it'll bleed.
Dude, Jonah smacked me in the back of the head the other day, and I almost fucked him up.
Dude.
And it was like everybody in the room was like, what? Just because I was like, dude, and I stopped.
You got to catch yourself
and
sometimes.
I got up and walked outside, and when I came back in, everybody was like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, it's just smacking me in the back of my head. Yeah. It means we're fighting. You know what I mean? Especially how hard he hit me. I mean, because he slapped the shit out of me.
How old's your oldest?
I guess my son respects me is what we're getting at here.
My youngest.
I've got a lot of respect in my house.
My youngest is 9.
4.
Oh, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. He can be a little bitch sometimes.
Yeah, dude, they're all bitches.
He walks. We tell him, hey, will you go put water in the dog bowl? He says, anything you ask, I do for you. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, let's brush your teeth. He says, I'm tired of y'all. I'm like,
I'm tired of this shit, Dad.
Eat a bag of dicks, Dad.
Kids are the fucking worst.
Man, I love them, though.
It's one of those things you're like, I love you so much. Why do I want to slap you in the fucking mouth?
Yeah, Jonah, even though I almost fucked him up the other day, he's the only one that'll still let me tickle him. All the rest of them are like, dude.
Sister's out?
Oh, sister's been out.
How?
Sister started being independent when she was about 18 months. Tossed that pacifier out of her bed and was like, I'm good, motherfuckers.
Like, any vodka more. Back there?
Hey, she would be like, going to bed, good night, and just walk off and go to bed.
Y'all know PJ? PJ Duller?
PJ Mask?
PJ Coffee?
I was like, why do I know PJ Mask?
Why does that sound familiar?
Why do I know that?
That's a cartoon show.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
It's a superhero show for kids.
It's pretty chill.
It is pretty chill. Y'all watch Bluey?
Dude.
Johnny missed the Bluey train.
Who does not watch Bluey?
Johnny missed the Bluey train. I grew up on that
best
show.
intro of any cartoon.
Didn't have cable as a kid.
This was how old are you?
33. I'm Mr.
Johnny's
I'm like Mr. Rogers, Clifford, PBS.
Whatever's free. Whatever's on the internet.
Whatever you get with the bunny ears, yeah.
My dad worked for the cable company. I had it all. Nick.
Whoa, not in 2024, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Cut that, please.
No, that stays. Need everybody to.
Yeah, you got to watch Bluey. I don't care if your kids are into it or not. You and your wife need to watch it, and y'all will have a good.
You'll feel better as a parent. You're like, oh, I'm actually doing okay.
Okay.
And not because they're doing bad, but it shows the parents trying fucking hard to do their best
and failing constantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had that one episode I was telling you about. I call Johnny every day when we talk about Bluey episodes.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
But you know that episode where he takes his kids to the pool.
Yeah,
and he forgets everything.
Dude,
it's yes.
It's 100% what's going to happen. It's 100% what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it
with no woman involved.
You gotta fucking watch it because you'll look at it and be like, "That's the dad I am, not the dad I'm trying to be." But he's trying to be the dad I'm trying to be, and he's fucking up left and right.
And he's got writers. He's got writers doing this for him. He can't
figure it out with professionals, Bubba.
He's playing with house money and still fucking up.
Man,
you gotta watch Bluey.
Every time somebody at the school asks me, like, what class are they in? I'm like, I'm not mom.
Class?
Like, yeah, don't even.
The fuck does that?
What
even
is their
mean?
last name? I'm like,
don't ask me their first name either.
It rhymes with mine, probably.
Yeah,
Plates.
What's their birth date? And I got to look at my tattoos. Man, it's bad. It's bad being a dad.
Jamie, you got any tattoos?
I got a tattoo.
What you got?
I tell you what, the first time I met my wife's dad,
nice.
He was kind of grilling me. I pulled up in her car. He wasn't too fond of that.
No,
I pulled up in her car.
As a father, you understand.
Right,
You're not a father of a girl,
right.
but yeah.
And then we go out to eat, and he's grilling me. And he's just sitting across from me, just kind of looking me in my soul. And he's like, "You got any tattoos?" I'm like, "I got this motherfucker right where I want him." I said, yes, sir, I got a tattoo. What is it? It's a tombstone. It says Dad. Melted right there.
He loved you so
Got
much.
him.
Is that what you really have?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then I found out who wasn't my real dad. And I was like, well,
Still dad.
I don't know what you can turn that into, but no. He's dad. He's for sure dad.
He's
But
definitely dead.
yeah, he's definitely dad.
He's not dead. He's dead.
You can turn into
Yeah.
those shoes Dada.
But no, yeah.
Those spinners.
I got my other brother. We all have different dads. His dad went to prison
Can't wait to get
and
into that.
did tattoos for everybody in prison. So whenever he got out, I was like, I want a tattoo that says Dad. So he just free-handed it. It looks
So
like shit.
You got a jailhouse tat.
Yeah, it looks
Fucking hey, man.
terrible,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
It's the worst. I forget I have it all the time.
Is that the only one you got?
Yeah,
So your only tattoo is the worst tattoo.
right. But also it's the best.
I have one really bad tattoo, and the rest of them are all right.
When I met my father-in-law for the first time, we were talking about tattoos, and I was like, "Yeah," and I just took my shirt off at the dinner table.
That was back when Johnny was
It
100
like,
pounds
here-
lighter.
here- oh yeah, and I was like, "Here, it's right here," and they were like, "What the? Okay, all right."
Very classic.
Thought we were showing tattoos.
My wife was like, when we
Dude.
got in the car later, she was like,
The first time I met my father-in-law,
"You so live in Highland."
you were Highland trash.
I don't know what
through
that
and through.
means, but I'm gonna laugh.
Highland
like I do.
is it's the place that
It's the buffet
so
of people.
the same type of neighborhood. It got gentrified, but no one's mad about it because nothing fucking changed.
Yeah, my son's name is Gentry.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Fucking right.
Yeah, before I knew what gentrified means, for sure.
Well, he's gonna do it.
for sure.
If you keep up with this comedy shit, you can give him the money
Yeah,
to
dude,
gentrify.
he's
a
not
whole
giving
fucking
anything. He's a prick.
Fuck
I,
yeah.
I love him though. But he can be a prick.
You said he's 4.
He's 4.
Yeah, they're pricks.
So he's potty trained.
Oh yeah, he's for sure potty trained.
Are you so sad to go through that again?
I mean,
Was he easy? I feel like boys are easy.
it
to
was
potty
actually
train.
pretty easy because he was tired of pissing himself. He gets upset.
Oh,
Like,
he's
if he pisses
Jesus
himself,
Christ,
he
there's
wakes
piss in
up.
my pants
Yeah.
He
again.
wakes up crying. He's embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
I would never.
Every time I drink,
Like
I do the same
like
thing.
I did
buddy.
last
I
week,
get you.
but like I would never do it again.
I would never tell anybody I
I,
did
know.
it.
I normally do it on the dining room table, not in my.
Right.
not
I'd
in
use
my
a
bed.
litter box like a normal person. You know what I mean? Am I right?
What's the strangest place you've pissed drunk?
I mean, I don't think I've ever been
Nothing?
that drunk where
Dude, when I was growing up,
I've shit in some weird places, but it's because I was
your
hiking.
pants on acid.
No, I was. Yeah.
That's a great story.
No, it's because I was hiking. I took a shit.
Yeah.
I took a shit one time on this big boulder, man, and it was a monster. Like it was
On a boulder?
Yeah,
Who
like
shits on a rock?
no. So what it was, like the way the outcropping was, it made like a perfect little like it was easy to sit down and take a shit. And I sat down, and dude, I shit this pile that when I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, people are gonna think a bear was out here.
And there
It
was.
so massive.
If you were a gay man, you'd be considered a bear.
I'd been eating. Yeah, that's right. I'd been eating Mountain House meals for 2 days.
What the
and was
fuck is a
clogged
Mountain
up,
House
that
meal?
Dehydrated food.
Ugh.
And I was all clogged up. And man, I shit this pile of shit. That was, I mean, impressive.
Yeah.
Like, it was easier to hike the rest of the day. I had shit so big.
Like you do well in prison. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. My
100%.
butthole opened up and just went. It was this curled around.
You ever shit so big that it came out of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it beached itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Like
that term.
like a canoe that you're pulling up on the beach.
Yes.
Yes.
Johnny Depp would pull that down underwater, and you know where I'm going with that?
No, I don't.
Y'all seen-
Pirates of the Caribbean.
you know what I'm talking about? They
Or
pulled
his-
the boat down so
Oh,
they
I
could
was about to
breathe
say-
underwater.
Or his wife shit in the bed or whatever it was.
I don't think she did.
It could go either way.
Oh, you
And
think
if-
it was a dog?
She definitely did it. No, she definitely did it.
Well, most
she
people,
looks like
a lot
she
of
shit
people
the
pay.
bed.
Her
extra
name's
for that.
Amber Turd.
Where do you get the expression? Oh, you shit the bed.
Yeah.
Amber Heard.
Yeah,
She invented that.
Yeah.
yeah.
She did. Facts.
I fucking love this guy.
Yeah. Fact check.
Heard that.
Fact check.
Jamie,
check.
pull that up.
Jamie. I think he left.
We need a Jamie in here.
Petey, pull it up.
Pete. Pete.
I bet he's mad as fuck right now. He can't get in his dog kennel either.
Why not? Oh, you locked it up?
No, I told you I filled that bitch with stuff, man.
Why?
Because it's nice storage.
If
Look how big that storage area is.
if he was in here, it'd be a
It's
problem.
a dog kennel.
That's a dog kennel. That's a nice dog kennel. Also, looks like where you would hide the bodies.
Well, he's not going to open it all the way.
Yeah, you'd smell them real quick. I'll tell you that one.
I will say this: Johnny made this table that we're sitting in front of.
I
don't-
made the one on the wall too.
I don't understand the terrible table. This is a
That's
decent
a terrible table.
table.
We have to do this again. This is in
Every single time we
episode.
talk about it, the cigarettes did not slide across it. And I don't know how it was born, but now it's called the terrible table.
Yeah,
Because I could not slide cigarettes across it.
That's
Sounds like a personal problem, but I like it. I like the name.
it's stuck.
Well, you know what? If we can set that on top of here one day and slide cigarettes on it and see how it goes, yes.
I tell you what, just put it on the top of it and then just let it go. See if it slides down.
Yeah, it should stick. Based on your logic,
It's a Spider-Man table. And I will say this, there's a glory hole on that table, but my sticker's covering it. Shout out, don't take this serious.
there was a hole for the wiring for the old soundboard.
The wiring.
The wiring.
You'd have to lay down on the table, and she'd have to.
It's a
or
milking
he,
table.
I guess it
It's a
depends on what
milking table.
That's what I'd rather. Yeah.
We don't assume genders these days.
So, but I wanted, as you can see, that table's massive,
It was so fucking
and
nice.
I wanted to build something that was a little more intimate. So I built this.
The glory hole. Oh, yeah. You were going a different direction with that.
Yeah, sorry.
I misread that.
Yeah, that's on me, man.
You read that so perfect. I love that moment so much. You want these back?
Yeah, I'll take them.
There
Wow,
you
look
go.
how easy that was. I
Yeah.
see your point.
It's a
Great
good
table.
table.
I see your point.
Great table.
The Great Table
The Great
podcast
Terrible
just
Table.
doesn't.
It doesn't sound as good.
Yeah. Now you're setting the expectations really high.
Yeah. With the Great Table,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Great
I don't like
table.
it at all.
Decent podcast.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this week's episode of the Great Table. It just
It doesn't sound as
it
good.
does not.
You're
I
full
will-
of yourself. That's
will
what it
say
sounds
this.
like.
Yes.
I've
Very
had so
arrogant.
many comedians be like, "Yo, when am I getting on the podcast?" I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Whenever you're ready.
I was like, we do it every Sunday.
We're
The only
trying-
reason we're doing it tonight is because
Thanksgiving.
one, I got Thanksgiving on Sunday with my family.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This episode will come out on Tuesday, and
Ooh.
Thanksgiving will be on Thursday.
Ooh.
So don't forget to turn off
And I'll
the
be in-
fire when you're dropping your turkey in the grease.
Instead of Wednesday this week, I'll be in Arkansas on Monday. Johnny, what should I do when I'm up there?
Not walk to the gas station to get beers. Use your route truck.
I usually, I will say this. So I usually get a 6-pack, and I'm on the phone with Johnny. Me and Johnny talk on the phone at least twice a day, usually.
We talk quite a bit, yeah.
And we usually
Didn't sound
say
gay at
nothing. No, we just throw
No,
bits
I
at
mean,
each other.
You should hear us on the phone. I say things like, "Man, I'm so happy for you. You look so good in that shirt.
Go get more
Nothing
beer.
gay, nothing gay about it."
And I go, man, I'm out of beer, and it's 6 o'clock. And Johnny goes,
My logic is he's at a hotel in a town, so that means there's probably a gas station
very close to the
right
hotel.
by there.
Right. Most towns have gas stations.
Well, when he goes, where's the closest gas station? I just look up gas station on my phone. I was like, it's 2 miles. And he's like, nah, not worth it. And I go, it's not 2 miles because I see it out of my window.
It's
Surely it's close.
It's 2 miles to drive it, maybe.
It's 0.2 miles is what it was. He just
And he goes,
misread.
just walk. And I walked over there, and I drank the other 6. Now, usually I don't buy the bottles, but I didn't want you to think I'm an alcoholic because who would want to think that? Johnny, don't talk to me about that.
I said nothing.
Cut that.
I said nothing.
And I get the 16-ounce cans, which equals an 8-pack of beer, 8 beers. And I ended up drinking a total of 16 beers in a hotel by myself. Woke up feeling like shit all up in the toilet about 3 times before I was able to leave. You don't want to
Yeah.
shit too much.
No.
No.
I got a bidet. I don't mind.
I feel like a lot of people have bidets now.
Do you
I
not-
hear,
do you
I
not?
hear a lot about it.
Do you not?
I feel like I'm like common folk.
I'm going to have to clean that chair. I have to clean his every week. Jeez Louise. No, I love my bidet. I got it from my wife years ago as a Christmas gift, which I was ridiculed heavily for years. But
Now our ass tastes better than ever.
exactly. The thing is like I got it for her in December, and then there was COVID and a toilet paper crisis in February. And
Who's the dumbass now?
What better time, not just to invest in getting a bidet, but to invest in the market of bidets? You would have
yeah,
you would have looked at cryptocurrency and be like,
Dogecoin at 44 cents, whatever. I
Yeah.
got in at 9.
Did y'all hear about Bitcoin before it got really...
Oh man, I'd been hearing about Bitcoin forever.
Did you?
no.
I have a buddy of mine. He's now about to be a doctor. No, he is a doctor now. He just graduated. He was the guy that every time we hung out, he's like, I got salvia. Y'all want to go for it?
Ugh.
He was the guy
I know
that,
that
It's
guy.
like when your mouth waters a
I
lot.
grew some mushrooms. Y'all want to eat some?
he was the guy that mushrooms weren't strong enough for. Acid, you got to have 3 hits for. And now he's a fucking doctor. But about 12, probably 15 years ago, he was like, have you heard of this thing called Bitcoin? And it's going to be the future of money. I'm like, that shit ain't the future of money. And he's like telling me about it. I'm listening. I'm like, all right, and I had an expendable income that I could have spent money on. Yeah. And I go, well, how much is it? And he goes, it's $20 a pop for a Bitcoin. And I looked at him and I go, you think I'm fucking stupid? You think I'm investing in something like, bro? You think I'd be doing comedy right now, dog? I'd be on the fucking Bahamas right now.
Wait, you're
chilling.
doing comedy right now?
Dude, I had people asking me to invest,
Newsflash.
like that I needed to invest in Bitcoin when it was fractions of a cent.
Y'all sound like y'all have some good friends. I've been told that I need to invest in more collared shirts. That's what kind of friends I've got.
And look at you now wearing a jersey.
I'm wearing a jersey
from a fake team.
Right.
From an Adam Sandler
But a
movie.
pretty famous fake team. If you're gonna wear a fake team jersey, wear one that everybody knows.
You can do it.
How shocking is it that of all the nights, Jeff wears a different football jersey every week, and it's
Does
all
he?
fake teams.
Really?
Yeah, he does like what's that, Married with Children?
Ted
Or
Bundy?
show?
Or
Yeah,
Al,
yeah.
Al Bundy? Not
Al
Ted
Bundy, whatever
Ted
his
Bundy's
team
a
is.
murderer.
Yeah, Ted Bundy is a murderer.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He's a hot dude, right?
I think so.
Hell
Drove
yeah.
a Volkswagen.
Who played him?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. He's got to be.
Oh, I thought you meant Al Bundy. That would have been
Ted Cruz.
Ed O'Neill.
I don't know. We're not 75.
Hey, can you turn up my headphones there, Sonny?
But yeah, he always wears a different football jersey. And just so happens the one night you wear a football jersey, he's like, I'm gonna wear the same fucking jersey.
Well, I just decided recently that whenever I do comedy, I'm gonna start wearing jerseys. It's gonna be kind of my thing. I'm just gonna wear a jersey.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of jerseys, so I can't do anything anytime soon. Don't ask me. But
Don't book me. I ain't got another
yeah,
jersey.
but I've got a list of them that I want to get, and a lot of them are fake.
Yeah.
You know, your Jackie Moon, your Shane Falco,
Shane Falco. What's that?
Footsteps
Varsity?
Falco.
Is that
right?
Varsity
No,
Blues?
that's
the Replacements.
Yeah,
Never seen the Replacements.
It's a funny movie.
It's a good move.
I like the defensive or the offensive guys. That
Jamie looks so
the
fucking
bodyguards
tired.
that shoot up the car. Yeah. Flip my man's vehicle back over. Watch that motherfucker. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
it's a
Let's just
fun
keep
movie.
talking about me and you,
Yeah,
so he has
fuck
no idea
y'all.
what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah,
Yeah,
no
go
big
piss
deal.
in a litter box. Dude. This is
Why
gonna
don't
be
you go
called-
piss somewhere that's not for home?
Get you
Yeah.
a bear. What is it? The Bearcats from the. Well, I'm old again. There I
Bearcats
am.
is,
So that's that unnecessary roughness.
Dude, you know what would be a sick jersey? Never mind, it's just the Eagles. I was thinking the Philadelphia, or the trash picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia football phenomenon. You remember that movie?
No, what is this?
Tony Danza was in it. He played a garbage man that used to kick water jugs. Have you seen it?
No, it seems made up, but keep going.
The name sounds fucking made up. That's what it's called. Garbage picking, field goal kicking, Philadelphia football phenomenon, which is such a fucking name.
Is it one of those type of movies that's based on a true story?
No.
Because don't the Eagles have like a weird thing where they pick somebody out of the crowd to be a?
You're thinking of
A
Invincible
football
with
player.
Marky Mark.
That's what? Okay, that's what. It's with the Eagles.
They hosted open tryouts, which the Saints did, didn't they? Didn't
Yeah,
they? The Saints did it?
when any team gets garbage, they're like, fuck it, we'll try anything, dude. Y'all come out and
It's
see
a
what y'all
win-win
got."
because if you get somebody good, that's great. But either way, if somebody makes a team, now every average Joe in the stands is
Once-
like, I want to watch this guy because it
Yeah.
could have been me,
That's a good point.
but
yeah.
it couldn't have been you, or else it would have been you,
His
right?
jersey sales go through the roof.
Right.
Yeah. Worst
And he's
case
not
scenario,
even dating Taylor Swift.
Worst case scenario, you are in the same position your team was in beforehand.
Correct. And
You're just
paying,
stuck with a shitty
And
team.
you're paying like it's such a
League minimum.
minuscule amount. Right?
Yeah.
A couple $100,000.
What's league minimum in
It's
the
a fucking
NFL?
shitload to that guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's 3 years.
You're gonna do what? How much?
Well, what's league minimum? 500?
I think it's like 250 or something like that.
Really? It's
Yeah,
that
I
low?
think it's low.
No, because hockey's 750.
I don't. Then I
Surely
don't know.
NFL. Jamie, how tired are you?
I'm not tired.
I'm watching your eyes.
I
Are
don't
they
get
dry?
tired. No, no.
Are you Kevin Gates?
No, I had my glasses on earlier, now I took them off, so now I'm going to be doing this a lot.
You want an espresso?
No, I'm good.
Eye drops. I think Johnny might have. You don't have those. You're a grown ass man. You don't care how people know.
I've
What
never
you
used
drinking
eye
over
drops.
there?
Metamucil.
Is it really?
No, it's fucking Coca-Cola,
Fucking
motherfucker.
Pedialyte, man. What are you
Oh,
talking
you
about?
got me confused. I didn't know if you mixed it up.
No.
Some fiber.
Some Athletic Greens. This episode brought to you by Athletic Greens. It is not. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's cool. That's a free
Oh,
sponsorship.
man, I want sponsors so bad.
Do
Give
you?
me all of them. Yeah, you know who I want to sponsor? Home fucking Depot.
You just want them gift
Just
cards,
give me
huh?
some fucking wood, motherfucker. Wait a minute.
Time out.
Wait a minute.
Time out, baby.
I went too far.
Let's get back to
See
Jamie.
how
We've
bad
gone
these tables are, man. We're trying to make some quality tables here.
trying to make some more tables.
You know, I used shitty pine with this, and it did turn out all right.
Never heard of shitty pine before.
Yeah, it's a local tree.
it's a Japanese tree.
It's like Louisiana street snakes.
Have you heard, what are they called?
Trouser
Opossum, Where Art
Snakes?
Thou?
What?
Have you heard, you know Opossum, Where Art Thou, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard their new song, Highland Tap Water?
They were, they were on the episode, and I think they sang that.
On your episode?
Yeah, they were on the My
It's a
Podcast
new
Is Man
song.
Game.
It came out within like a month ago.
I don't think so, Joe. Told you.
That's crazy. They just released it.
Well, you
What
heard
about
it
that
here.
water hose water
You
there?
heard it here first 4 years ago. Let me just put my legs up on that note.
No, with them shoes on.
Not with these trash
You got
shoes.
socks
Yeah.
on, baby?
Yeah, I just took my work shoes off and
For the
put these
you did
on.
it for the podcast. I appreciate it.
The socks?
That's respectable. Yeah.
No, not typically. Boy, I tell you now. But yeah, Highland Tap Water right there 4 years ago.
That's
right
fucking crazy.
here, right here in this garage.
Maybe they just released the video.
back before I sheetrocked.
Let's go back to these questions. I want to see what you got.
You want to see what I got?
One of my favorite questions we came up with. You got a favorite street joke?
Street joke? What does
Yeah.
that even mean?
You know, like the jokes your dad would tell you. I know he's dead, but
He would tell me jokes like I'm gonna take you to Disney World. Then he died. I was like, that took commitment, Dad. I did.
you know what's my dad told me a joke a long time ago. I might have been like 10. He was like, it's the worst joke I've ever heard. And he's like, son asks his dad, what's a vagina look like? He's like, have you ever seen a beautiful flower, a rose blooming? He's like, yeah. That's what it looks like before sex. He's like, what does it look like after sex? Have you ever seen a bulldog eating mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Never heard that one.
It's not good.
No.
I do have one. My dad didn't tell me this. My dad was a funny guy, but he never told me any jokes. But it was y'all probably have heard this. I imagine it was a pretty popular one. But a grandfather took his grandson out fishing, and he opened up a beer, and the grandson said, "Hey, Grandpa, can I have can I have a beer?" You know, he's like, "Well, does your dick touch your asshole?" He says, "No, Grandpa, it's just a little dick. It's just a little dick." You know, he said, "Well, you can't have one." And a little bit later, he takes out a can of dip, puts a dip in. He says, "Well, Grandpa, can I have some of that dip?" He says, "Well, grandson, does your dick touch your asshole?" And he says, "Oh, Grandpa, it's just a little pecker." So they finish fishing. They go back to the house, sitting on the porch. Grandma brings out some cookies for the grandson. He said, "Here, I made you some fresh cookies." And he's eating the cookies, and the grandpa comes up and says, "Hey, grandson, what do you say I get one of them cookies?" He said, "Well, Grandpa, does your dick touch your asshole?" He stood up straight. He says, "You damn right it does." Grandson says, "Well, then go fuck yourself, because Grandma made these for me."
I like that one.
That's a great joke. I knew I'd heard it, but I forgot.
I've never
how it
heard that
ended.
one. No, so all right, Papa Bull and Son Bull are standing up on a hill, and the Son Bull's balls just drop, and he's fucking ready. And he says, "Hey, Dad." They're standing over this big field of there's hundreds of cows down there. And he's like, "Dad, let's go down here. Let's run down this hill and fuck one of these cows." Dad says, "No, son. Let's walk down and fuck them all."
That's a great one.
That is
Damn.
good.
Street jokes.
They're the best.
Yeah. I like
Because
'em.
you know what's funny? I don't think I could write a street joke like that. Have you ever heard Bert Kreischer's joke?
Which one?
When he was like, he called someone. They were like, he's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just writing some goofs." I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, I'm just trying to write a street joke."
I vaguely remember this conversation.
And he was like, "Why?" And he goes, "I'm funnier than those motherfuckers. Surely I can write one." And so, you know what he came up with? It was right during COVID. And who was the guy that was beefing with Joe Rogan?
There's been
Tom
so
Petty,
many.
maybe?
CNN.
It was the guy that removed all his music off Spotify because Joe Rogan got
I
sick.
don't think it was Tom Petty.
No. Rockstar.
Burner.
I don't got it.
Bruce Springsteen, maybe?
Oh, that
Oh,
either him or someone in that area.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
A cock.
Alan.
Jackson.
No.
Edgar Allan.
Nevermore. I can't think of it either.
Well, let's just say it's Tom Petty.
It's not.
It's not. But
It's
he's
Neil
like,
Young.
Neil Young. It is Neil,
Neil
Young.
Young.
And he goes, Joe Rogan's in the bar. And he's sitting there and he's having a drink. And Neil Young walks in. And he's like, "Neil, let's squash all this beef right now. Let's have a drink. What do you want? It's like, I don't know. What do you suggest? And he goes, I wouldn't suggest the shots. They're no good here. Talking about the COVID vaccine. Clever joke.
All right.
I didn't write it, guys.
I got you.
Cut that.
Yeah.
Cut that whole section out.
I'll tell you one more. Have you ever heard the Bula Bula joke?
No.
So these two guys are on a ship and it wrecks, and they get washed up on the shore, and they get caught by this tribe of cannibals. And the cannibals are trying to decide what to do with them, and they're speaking, these guys don't understand anything. And then finally one guy speaks a little bit of English, and he says, do you want death or Bula Bula? And the first guy's like, I don't want to die, so give me Bula Bula, whatever the hell that is. So all the tribesmen fuck him in his ass. All of them. Like back to back to back to back to back. It's
I'm listening.
insane. Well, the second guy's like, no, give me death. And the tribe leader says, death by Bula Bula. There you go. Street jokes.
Fucking Johnny writes jokes every day and performs once a year.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
I appreciate it.
Keep them wanting more.
That's right.
Yeah.
He always wants me to come out. I never come.
Never come.
Never come.
Your wife
I'm gonna
doesn't either.
come.
Huh?
Your wife doesn't either.
No.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
she might.
Not with you, though.
I don't know what she did today. I don't know what she did on her lunch break today.
I do want to
Yeah.
ask you this, Jamie, because I think we're probably getting close, huh?
That's up to you.
I mean, I'm chilling. Jamie's got to drive an hour.
I've got nowhere to go.
Oh, okay. But I do want to ask you this. So everyone has their own reason for getting into comedy. What was your, besides people said I was funny, people said this, and this. What was the point where you were like, I can fucking do this. Let me try this.
Okay. We'll have to take you back to when I was in junior high and high school. I won Wittiest. Every year that I was able to, not say run for it, but be nominated for it. So 7th grade, 8th grade, and senior year. I didn't let me get a big head.
Yeah.
But that's just something. Just a little fun fact.
Humble brag.
I was born with that.
Yeah.
But so there was the foundation was there.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit and everybody's going to social media.
Yeah.
And me and Caitlin, my wife, we're watching things and we're laughing at things together, laying in bed or whatever. She's like, look how many views I got. Look how many likes I got. She's like, you say things funnier than that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, but
Yeah, but I can't do
everybody can say things that are funny. And then she's
By the
like,
way, not everybody can say
right,
things that are
right.
funny. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm funny in conversations, but I've never written a joke before. And then her dad, who lives in Lafayette, was talking about this place that has open mics and they have comedy shows and stuff like that.
Oh, down
and we
in
go
Club 337?
right, and we go visit and whatever.
Shout
like
out
you should,
JP Leonard.
right, JP. And she's like, you should write some
it out,
stuff
yeah.
and do that. And I hadn't done that for from when I started doing comedy. I don't even go to Lafayette for a while after that, but it made me start just kind of trying to take funny ideas and just write them out and just kind of see how it would work. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Austin. Let's go to Austin and try. I'll sign up for the mothership. Didn't get on.
Yeah.
Got to watch it though, and then went and signed up for several places. But with the comedy scene's so big, like you
Can
sign
I
up.
pause you for a second?
Yeah.
When you went to the mothership, so this is one thing that made me want to do stand-up. When you signed up and you saw the other comics that did get on, because they don't do this guy's funny, let's book him. They pull random names.
Right.
Did you see somebody or multiple people that you go, I'm funnier than that?
Absolutely. Well, and I tell you what, we did start watching a lot of Kill Tony.
Yes.
So,
obviously.
and
Kill
when
Tony's
I'm
so
when I'm
great
seeing
for
that,
comedy.
I'm like, you know what? I 100% have
If
a
these
minute
guys have the balls to do
faster
it,
than that.
yeah.
I mean, not faster, but better
Funny,
than
yes.
that. And so we do that, and I sign up for a bunch of open mics. And with the comedy scene as big as it is, like you sign up, that don't mean you get on.
Yes.
They
a lot of scenes.
Right.
We are lucky where we're
Are
at.
they all random pools like
Yes,
that? Most
it's,
of them
basically
are
a lot of them. A lot of them. Like
or first 20 to get in.
Oh,
But
okay.
actually, the place that I went to was actually a South African wine bar who decided to start doing comedy. It was their second show, and I was like,
That's way worse than the tiki bar.
right.
I'm the open mic now. I'm the host.
There it is. I was wondering where you get that.
Shout out Tom Hanks.
He'll hear it.
We need sponsors.
He
Clip
did
that. That
he
needs
didn't
to be
do
the
it.
clip.
He didn't
Shut
do
up,
it.
somebody. He did do it.
But I'm like, how many people get on? They're like, oh, everybody that signs up. So I call my wife, who's somewhere else trying to sign me up because, you know,
It's
you sign
that
up here
busy,
at
yeah.
8, and then 8:30 you can sign up here. I'm like, come back. They're taking everybody. Come back.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that was the
doing it.
first time that I ever did it. And when I did it, because it took so long to get to Austin,
Yeah.
I'm rehearsing my stuff nonstop.
Yes.
I'm spitballing with her. She's like, I like the way that sounds. Maybe say this a little different. And that's why I call her my manager.
There's nothing worse than running bits by your wife.
Oh, because my wife is like, huh? And put her headphone back in.
I will say
I don't want
this.
to hear this shit.
Me and Johnny are lucky because we have each other to run bits by. And I think we run bits by each other, what, at least once a day, huh?
Pretty regularly.
Yeah. And Johnny will tell me that's
You think
fucking
it's
garbage.
helping?
Me? When was the last time you saw me go on stage, Bubba? I know where I'm at.
I'm just
I know my
serious.
place in the comedy scene.
It's putting shows together.
But my wife actually does do a pretty good job with like, hey, that might sound good in your head, but
He's very realistic about it.
Right.
Is she a comedy fan, though?
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we watch comedy. In fact, we watched the COVID. What the fuck was it called? A shutdown?
You've
Whatever.
never sounded
Pandemic.
more-
You've never
A
sounded more
pandemic.
redneck.
Yeah,
It's like
I
going
mean,
to the
hey,
Walmart.
COVID,
By the bullshit, baby. But we watched one of the Joe Rogan specials on Netflix,
Yeah.
and then we just start rolling one after another, watching them all the time. And then, so I mean, we both like comedies. We both like watching comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, so I do take her opinion, but there's a point where I'm like, you know, that is your opinion.
But also, I
But
think it's funny.
I'm going to be the one that goes on stage, and I think I can make this work.
I think the best advice I ever got in comedy was from Clyde Williams. I was like, hey, man, I got this joke. It's a little racy, a little racial, but it's not racist. And I told it to him, and he's like, it's funny. I like it. And I go, but I'm worried about doing it. He goes, hey, man, if you think it's funny, do it. The crowd will let you know if it's not.
Right.
And that's hands down the best advice I've ever gotten. And people will run stuff by me, and I'm like, yeah, it could be something. Just try
Do it on stage.
I was like, I promise, if you say something out of line, the people will let you fucking know if it's not a good joke. It's the
So,
worst.
but how long have you been doing comedy since the
Fucking
like when
2
was this Kill
minutes.
Tony incident? How long? ago was it? Or going down to Austin? should I
Right.
say.
That was not this past June, but the June before. So it's been
Nice.
about a year and a half.
Nice.
You've been doing it that long?
Yep. I haven't done it a lot. Not in these past like 3 months. I've done it more than I have the last year.
So 3 months is when you got serious about it.
I wouldn't say got serious. I mean, I was every time we go somewhere. Anytime we go on a vacation, I'm looking for open mic spots. I'm a regular in Pineville at the brewery that they do it on once a month. So like I was serious, but just I didn't have an outlet.
Yeah.
Until I found out about Shreveport, and then I was like, I mean, it's about a 2-hour drive, but like,
If that's
what am I going
stage
to do?
time, I need
right.
stage time.
Well,
yeah.
I can't make excuses.
Yeah.
So I will say this. When I first heard about Jamie, there's another place in town, and I went to look at his profile, and he said, this is the best open mic ever. And it was not Tiki Bar and Grill. It had nothing to do with Don't
Boy,
Take
he
This
takes
Serious.
offense to that so hard.
And I will say
I
this.
think I pushed a button.
Oh man, you have no idea.
I will say this.
I used to call Glenn sensitive. This man right here. Boy, let me tell you.
I have paid Jamie lots of money. Maybe not lots. I've paid him a few times though.
You've paid me money.
He's made dozens.
There has been some money going to my hands from you, Chris.
He has made dozens of dollars.
More than dozens. He made more than a dozen a night.
Yeah, come on.
But the only reason is because I didn't want to have him drive twice in a week. And I was like, fuck it, let's just do it Friday. You're on the show, Bubba.
Whatever
I
it
will say
takes.
this. I lost $70 on tonight's show.
Nice. It's good for you.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love doing shows at Tiki like that where I lose money because I know I booked a good show. We had a good time. Everyone will continue to work with me, especially if I tell them, hey, I lost money, man. And they're like, I feel sad for them. I'll do a free show soon. You weren't around for the free shows. Johnny, how many free shows have you done?
Everyone.
That's a good
Dude.
friend.
When
I work doors. I do sound.
Johnny
I
does
do
not
whatever.
work doors for free. He gets a T-shirt every time.
Well, I mean, not anymore because there's no more.
There's
for me
no
to
more
choose.
new ones.
Yeah, there's no more for me to choose from.
We got the purple one now.
I got it.
Did you get the black one? You bought a purple one.
I bought a purple one. I bought a black one.
No, you got a black one for free.
You gave me a black one after I ripped my gumbo one. But all
Oh,
the
no, I didn't even give you a free one. I gave you mine.
yeah, you gave me
That's
yours.
the OG one.
I'll be honest with you. That is
Your favorite shirt ever.
the only shirt I hadn't paid for.
No.
Yes.
Not a chance.
The only actually now that I think of that, maybe one of my wife's shirts is what was given to me.
No, I think you've bought your
and,
wife's.
And no, not the first one. I think the first one is the one that you gave me. And she hadn't even unwrapped it from the rubber band.
It's still in the rubber
on it,
band?
yeah.
It's got that big white mark on it from all the powder or whatever
no
that keeps
shit.
it going.
So, Chad, I do a lot of free stuff. I don't care. It's all part of this.
You know what's funny?
Trying to make this grow.
Johnny's probably kills it at karaoke.
Right.
Have y'all not
I
heard
put a
my
banjo in this man's
Have
hand.
y'all not heard my trash bags commercial? My hefty commercial?
You got a commercial? When was the last time you went to Mardi Gras in Shreve City?
It's been a while.
Y'all do Mardi Gras where you're at?
Yeah, we do Mardi Gras.
It's Louisiana, baby.
You said that like I was a fucking idiot and I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
I'm
I did not like that at all.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
working on my nonverbal communication, so I'm glad it's working.
You fucking nailed
Yeah,
that one, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. Y'all have big parades and shit?
Yeah, we got parades. I mean, I wouldn't call them big when they go
But
through.
y'all do have parades and shit.
Do you have a Barkus and Meow?
Dog and cat.
Yeah.
Parade cats and dogs around.
Oh yeah, we have what's it called? It ain't called. It's not like gay like that.
That's all. Ours is gay. It's called Barkus and Meow. You have to
No, we
say
don't
it-
have
First
that.
of all,
to s-
don't talk shit about Barkus Meow.
You have to say
It's a
it.
great
with,
time.
You have to say it with a lisp.
Oh no, we don't have. I forget what it's called, but it's it's called the Paw Parade.
I don't hate that.
I don't like it. It's not gay.
You like it
enough.
better? Oh.
Yeah, it's not gay enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go. I just watch from the sides.
Yeah.
A lot of poodles.
Up in the window like John Harvey Oswald.
Are they dyed different colors and shit?
Thank y'all for not calling
Well,
me
actually,
out
I
on
don't know.
that.
Actually, I've never actually went, and I've had a dog every time that's been. My wife's like, "You want to take him?" I'm like, you know what? He's
Yeah.
a dick. I don't
What kind
want
of
to take
dog
him
you got?
anywhere. Well, I had a beagle,
I got a fart. Can I fart
and
in the
he
mic?
Yeah, go for
sucks.
It's your mic.
Yeah, that was gay, dude. That was gay, dude.
I don't want to get this close to my mouth.
Why not? It's your fart.
Oh, dude, you're gay. You're gonna get pink mouth, bro.
That was great fart.
And that's been this episode. No, I'm not canceling it yet. Holy shit, that's good. I'm gonna cry. My eyes are watering.
I think that's because of the fart.
Not from the fart.
Did you eat
Yeah, you can.
ketchup and
Does it
onions?
smell like shit?
Does it smell like shit? This just in. 1 + 1 is 2. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna have to edit all this.
Yeah, edit it out and just cut back to where he's abnormally red in the face and nobody knows why. Why is he 3 shades redder? He's
All right, it's gone.
I'm gonna have a seizure.
something's
on
wrong with his
fucking podcast.
lymphatic
Speaking
system.
of seizure, he was at the show tonight.
Was he? Did you say what's up to him?
No.
Holy shit! We had a guy have a seizure on podcast one night.
Oh,
He was
cool.
at the show tonight.
That's cool. I've had a seizure in the past like 3 months.
Oh fuck!
Do you have seizures?
First one ever. No, first one ever.
What
Popped my
happened?
cherry at a Waffle House.
He said, "Pop my cherry in a wall." What a shit place to have a seizure. I think
Yeah.
the only worst place would be a Circle K.
Everyone's like, "Hey, yo, man, get out of here with that bullshit."
No, this Waffle House actually. You would think you were at a Denny's. Like, it's a nice place. So we know
Maybe
them by
the Huddle
name.
House.
The Huddle House. We know them by name. You know, like they recognize us when we walk in, especially with my son. And my blood sugar will drop like once, maybe twice a year, and I can feel it coming. So I'll just like go ahead and lay down or something because I feel like I'm about to go
Die.
unconscious or something. And I'm cutting up my pancakes, putting syrup, salt and pepper and everything. I'm prepping all the food.
Who put salt and pepper on their pancakes?
Grits. Or actually, no, in my
Eggs.
Doesn't matter. Let
Whatever-
the man salt
whatever
pepper
I was
what he
eating.
Let
wants.
that man eat what he wants.
man salt, pepper, his
whatever,
shit.
man. I didn't say I was healthy now.
It's Waffle House. They ain't got no flavor.
And
It's all onion flavored anyway.
my wife was talking to me. I don't remember about what, and I just looked at her and I said, "Will you please be quiet?" Like her talking was hurting me, and I was like, and the next thing I know, I wake up and I've got grits all over me. Like, who the fuck threw grits on me? And then like everybody at the Waffle House is like, you think it was a Huddle House? They're all like gathered around me. I'm like,
They're praying and
and
shit.
my wife's like, drink this orange juice. I'm like, all right, but what are these fuckers looking at? And she's like, you just had a seizure. I'm like,
Huh?
they're gonna comp this meal because I don't want to have to say it, but it was the food.
It was the food for sure.
We
was the
paid for
lights.
it. No, we paid for it. It sucked.
I passed out back here not too long ago.
My back hurts from laughing at that. Fart.
Yeah, that
Just laughing at
that
you.
just made me. That just tickled the shit out of me.
You sound like my grandpa.
That tickled the shit out of me, young man. That shit was quite humorous. I passed out right there in that chair. I called my wife and I was like, I think something's happening. Come out here. And when she came out, I was, and I don't know for how long.
Was it your sugar? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it was.
You got
Yeah.
way too high?
No, I mean, I had worked
No,
out.
not weed high. It's sugar
Yeah.
high.
Well, no, I probably bottomed out more than
Yeah, I
likely
think
for
it's
me.
bottomed out.
Yeah,
I
because
think
I know, like I've
As
had
much
some,
Coke as you drink? No
I've
way.
had some really crazy incidents with my blood sugar is
Just too
dropped.
busy to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I was working in the yard doing a bunch of stuff all day. I took a hot shower and I came out here and sat down and I don't remember what I did that like triggered me not feeling good. Like maybe I stood up too fast or something. But I could tell something was happening and I didn't want to try to walk in the house.
Yeah. Because you're going
And-
to die if you walk.
Well, and I was like, well, fuck. So I just called my wife and I was like, come out here. There's something going on. And when I don't even remember her coming in, I remember waking up and she's like, baby.
Ain't nothing like a wife to slap you
Like,
awake.
what the fuck, baby?
I'm sure she'd love that. Hey, something's going on when she comes out. You're unconscious. You're like, no preface, nothing. Nothing like, hey, I stubbed my toe and it hurt. Nothing. You're just unconscious.
Yep.
She don't know if you're alive or not. That's got to be fun.
Yeah, it's got to be fun to open that door and my fat ass.
Your big ass just laid out.
I hope I don't have to pick him up. What do you get when you cross the freeway with a bicycle? Run over.
I dig that one.
I like that. I like
What
that.
What is green and has wheels?
The green car.
No, grass. I was just joking about the wheels. It's a fucking terrible joke.
Stupid. I love it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite right now, because I didn't come up with this, but knock jokes and why did the chicken cross the road jokes? They're pretty hard. Like if you try to think one by yourself,
You can't.
it's kind of hard to try to develop that. But one that I heard, I think it's hilarious. And I tell the kids at school this sometimes. So why the chicken cross the road? And they say why? To get to the idiot's house. And they're like, okay. I'm like knock. They say who's there? The chicken.
That's a great one.
Classic.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Just made that up on the spot. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Hey, dude,
Come
I
see
love
me
it.
December 14th.
I'm excited.
I am
That's a
too.
promo right there.
Is it?
That's a promo.
How much are you doing? How much time?
10,
15?
12, 15, whatever.
Can you do 15?
I can do an hour.
Can you do
I don't think you could. You will.
Dude, I could do an hour. I could tell shit stories and flying stories and then
Oh, the
my
flying
bits,
story's so great.
And I could probably fill 45 minutes to an hour.
Flying story's great.
Yeah.
Guys, I think that's it. We've hit
We
a
got more
lull.
questions.
Oh, shit.
I see more questions.
Let's
I don't see
see.
question marks, but I see questions.
Do you do your own yard work?
Yes, I have 4.5 acres and it fucking
Jesus.
sucks.
Do you have a zero turn?
I do not.
What do you have?
I have zero turns.
What do you have,
I got
tractor style?
Just a rod and lawnmower.
Just tractor
yeah.
style?
Yeah.
What's the cut?
I think it's
Circumcised?
I don't think it's a 48. I think it's
Like a 44? Or?
no. I think it's I think it's bigger than 48.
Oh, okay, good.
It's
that many acres.
it's
you
either
want it to be.
it's a 48 or maybe a little bit bigger,
A
but
52.
I think it might be a 52.
What brand?
Fuck.
What
I don't
color
wanna
is
lie to you. It's red.
Toro.
Mm-mm.
Who else makes red? Craftsman.
No, not a Craftsman. It's not a Craftsman. Craftsman is what, Lowe's?
I think so. It might be Home
It's-
Depot.
Okay, it's one or the other. It's either way. It's not Craftsman. It's I don't want to lie to you.
You a bagger guy?
No,
Mulch kit?
nope.
Again.
I just take a little off the top, let the mulch saturate, provide the nitrogen to the grass that's underneath. Don't want to smother it too much. You'll kill the grass. Yeah. I mean, what's up?
Yeah. All right, let's see. You carry a pocket knife?
No, not typically because I work at a school, so I think it's probably frowned upon.
Fair
but
enough.
I typically keep a Gerber in my truck.
That's what I have in mind.
Yeah.
Nice, sharp little knife.
Yeah.
Just in case you got to.
Well, I got a multi-tool. I do have a Gerber knife as well that I won at a competition for the military. I was in like a best warrior competition. Didn't win it, but I was in it.
You were in the military?
Yeah.
I didn't. I knew
We
that, but I
talked
didn't
about it.
think about that.
Yep.
Well, what branch?
Army National Guard,
Nice.
6 years.
Where were you
um,
stationed at?
Camp Beauregard in Pineville, which was good because that's where I lived. Then what sucks is me and my wife, we were dating for like 3 months, and then I was like, and then I actually have a joke about this. I was assistant manager at Hibbett Sports, and I was like, this girl is smart, super smart, straight A's. She made her first B in college her senior year.
Wow.
I'm like, this girl's going places. I have to do something before she leaves me for the guy at Academy.
Gotta knock her up.
Right. So I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna join the military. So that's what I do, and then I ship off for 5 months, and while I'm over there,
she got pregnant.
She meets a guy at Dick's.
My brother calls me and says, "Hey, what's your unit?" And I tell him what unit I'm in, and he says, "At Camp Beauregard." I'm like, "Yeah." And he says, "All right, I'll send your ass a care package." I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" He says, "You're going to Kuwait." I'm like, "I'm not even done with training yet, and you're telling me I'm about to leave again for 12 months." That's not a conversation I want to have with a girlfriend that I've been physically with for 3 months.
Yeah.
So getting back, having to tell her that was a little rough. But she was there when I got back, so I did the old switcheroo with my buddy as I gave her a hug. He slipped a ring in my hand and popped the question right there in front of everybody.
Yeah. Hell
Just
yeah.
like a military guy.
Hell
Yeah. I was like, bank account still full. You're still here. Smell clean. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
How long have you been married?
8 years this
Nice.
past November
Things are getting
5th.
serious?
November 5th. Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking it to the next level.
Nice. You got
I
her
think we're
pregnant
gonna
again?
start having sex.
She asked about me?
Finally. Nice. She asked about me. You didn't ask
My
questions.
favorite.
So yeah, hey, is that guy gonna pay you this time?
Or
I
am
was like,
doing
not
it?
much, not much.
It won't be enough. I
Yeah.
promise you that. All right, let's see. You know how to change a tire?
I do know how to change a tire. The first time I watched somebody change a tire for me, I was like, never a fucking again. This is the most
Was it a
emasculating
chick,
thing
too?
ever. No, it was a guy that
The worst feeling is having someone show you how to do it.
He was like
I'm
my
such a
age
pussy.
though. He was like my age. I was like, this shouldn't ever happen again. So I can change a tire.
I was never shown. I had to figure it out. My dad didn't show me.
The jack.
I figured out on the way home from Natchitoches one time.
Dude, when you first throw a car on a jack and you don't know if you put it in the right spot, but you're just like, I hope this motherfucker doesn't fall on me.
I hope that oil pan holds up.
I saw a little trick. I think it was probably on Facebook or something.
Called
but
AAA.
As soon, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, call Johnny. He's got a hydraulic one.
You once you take the tire off, you slide the tire underneath the car. So if it falls, you got the tire underneath it. So yeah, but I just do right the first time. You know.
That's right.
I would never.
That's why I keep a hydraulic. I got a 3-ton hydraulic jack in the back of the car.
So it'll lift me and you.
That's right. And the car. Well, maybe not.
Well, let's
Maybe
not
not
push
the car.
it. Let's not push it.
it too far.
All right, can you start a fire from nothing?
From nothing.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not God, so but just from sticks.
Yeah.
Never tried that. I've done flint and steel before. That was pretty easy.
That was
Yeah,
the
that
most
is- that
manly
is
thing
pretty
I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've done with flint and steel. I went camping with my father-in-law in Arkansas, and we camped on the river. Woke up, waded the waters, walked a couple miles while we're fishing, and then caught the fish. Came back. He let me start the fire, cook the fish. It's pretty badass.
That's what's up. That's a good afternoon right
yeah,
there.
it was pretty fun.
Yeah, we were up in Broken Bow, and the kids and everybody wanted to do s'mores. And my sister-in-law was like, who's going to start a fire? My wife was like, Johnny's got it.
With just sticks.
Well, I'd use flint and steel.
Right.
But I just, 5 minutes, fire is roaring. They're like, man,
Either way,
that's impressive.
Either way,
Yeah.
you didn't use a lighter. Like it still feels pretty badass.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. No,
I love this one. Wait, let me read it. Do you use a washcloth or your hand? Because that implies that a loofah is not an option.
Well, loofah is an option. I just didn't put it on there. But, that's been a long time subject, on the YMH.
Yes, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Which was crazy to me whenever he said that poor people use washcloths because really you're spending more money to use a washcloth than just using your hand. Your hand's free.
I think it's associated with poor people because poor people have like the jobs that you need a washcloth to get clean.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Like
Like
you need
my
a scrub.
Trash guy.
You need a scrub.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
You're
Yeah, I've been a
Whatever
washcloth
Chris is.
guy.
whatever you do for
I
that.
took offense to that because thinking in my head, like theoretically, like we had to pay money every time these washcloths got bad. We had to pay for more washcloths. I'm like, But fuck, we were poor though, so like I'm kind of mad about it.
Well,
Yeah,
time
it's-
out. When you say hand, as soon as I read hand, that's not an option for me. But also because I have a dirty job.
You know how many people use just their hand with soap
crazy.
in
The
it?
bar of soap.
Or not even the bar of soap. Like,
Just squirt
like,
it on there?
Yeah, squirt it on there and use their hand.
Yeah, you see that in movies, and they're just like, I'm like, dude, I would smell like diarrhea, which I smelled this earlier, and it did not smell good. But, dude, I couldn't imagine sticking my hand in my ass to wash it.
I can't either.
Yeah.
And I don't really like I've used loofahs, but what I don't like about loofahs is they end up
get your
smelling like
dingleberries.
mildew. Because they don't ever like dry. And after about 2 or 3 weeks of having a loofah in your shower that gets wet,
change
dry,
them once
wet,
a month.
wet, dry, wet, dry. If
I said that
guarantee-
like I change mine once a
Yeah,
month. I've
and
had
you-
mine for 6
I was about
months.
to say, I guarantee you don't. But if you go home right now dry and you smell that thing, you'll be like, fuck, and you'll throw it in the trash
No,
because it'll smell like
It
mildew.
smells like Irish Spring because
Guarantee it
you don't
doesn't.
rinse out all the soap.
Guarantee it doesn't.
It
So-
might smell a little bit like booty.
So I
hole.
normally would use a
No,
washcloth.
mildew.
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 Kind of just.
I believe that they don't like with that wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. They
They're
just
made out of,
build
like,
up
nylon.
mildew. You don't wash them like you do washcloth.
Well, you wash it when you put the soap on it.
But if you take a washcloth and you leave it in your shower for a week and you smell it, it's going
Yeah,
to smell
that's
like
cloth.
mildew.
That's washcloth.
I think that
telling you.
soaks up more because what are loofahs made out of? Nylon?
Yeah,
something like that, right?
Yeah.
don't know.
I that's funny because I've been a washcloth guy my whole life, but just recently, I actually just got my wife to get me a new loofah because mine looked like it had been mangled. Because like I scrubbed, I'm
Yeah,
scrubbing hard. And
For some
then-
reason, they just tear
and
apart.
she was like, "I need you to drive me to Ulto. I need to pick some up." I'm like, "Get me something while you're in there." Just joking. I'm like, "I don't think there's anything in there for me." She's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "That was a joke." She comes back with a new loofah. I was like, "Fuck yes, dude!" I was excited. So I'm actually a loofah guy right now because I do feel like they hold up more than a washcloth. Because even when I was using washcloths, I'm gonna use that like 2 or 3 times before I use a new one.
I'm going to tell you right now, you check your loofah before you put soap on it because your soap might be masking the smell.
That's been this week's episode of The Terrible Table.
Chris called it. Thank you
It's been
guys.
a
Love you,
pleasure.
boys.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Hey,
You're
Jamie
welcome
Arnett.
Every
anytime.
time.
Anytime you're here, you're welcome to come by.
I love
He's
you
here
back.
every Friday.
Every Friday.
So
every
now
other
that-
Friday, like one Friday a month, except for next month. I'll be around.
Christmas.
You're having a baby
Thanksgiving.
soon, huh?
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
yeah.
Nick, I talked to Nick.
Yeah?
I talked to Nick for like an hour the other day.
Good.
It was a good talk. We had a good time talking.
We're going to have to cut that part out.
I don't like
Why?
this Nick guy.
I don't know.
Huh.
Oh, Nick's the best. He's the
Nick's-
one that got me sober and started doing comedy.
So he's the one who turned you into a puss, huh?
That's right.
Got you sober.
I did.
I'm
It
looking at
lasted. Wait,
Yeah,
time
six
out.
pack over there, huh?
Let's talk. Well, it was a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Someone
Now
made it
it's
a 5-pack.
Now it's a 1-pack.
Hey man,
Now it's an empty pack.
I will say this. I went 348 days sober, and Blair, I always drink Heineken Zero. She handed me a Heineken Zero. I sat there. I was watching Mark Pugh on stage. And as I was sitting there, I was like, I feel funny. And I looked at the bottle. She gave me the wrong fucking bottle. And I showed it to her, and she was like, I am so fucking sorry. I was like, no, it's cool. Like, I'm not struggling.
No
And
big deal. Give me 2 more.
right? I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I am
And
now.
and 6 more. Well, hey man, shit happens, and you're gonna get this under control.
Cut that.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast. We'd like to thank our guests for showing up this week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tune in next week.
We love you all. I can start promoting this more now that all the shows are out of the way.
Rock and roll. Love you, Chris. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you. Every time.
This table is horrible.
Smell that drawer.
I just shit on his table.
Because it's a shit table. I mean, I get it now.
Table.